Welcome to CADMET. This is our ninth section, tutorial 1. So in this section, we are going to see this upper housing. So this is the 2D drawing which we'll be using now for creating the 3D model. So firstly, we need to create a base model to continue with step by step. So firstly, to create a base model, I am planning to create with this part having radius 60. So go to CATIA, mechanical design, part design, and give the name as upper housing. Click OK, and selecting the right side view, and go to sketcher, selecting the plane, and I'm going to create a semicircle of radius 60 as a base feature using the arc option here. Selecting the center origin, and from one end to the other end of a semicircle, and constraining by giving the radius value as 60, sorry, 60. Okay, and before existing, we need to actually close the profile in order to do any pad or pocketing option. So let's close this one and exit the sketcher, and now use the pad mirror distant, and here the total width is 80, so I'm that is nothing but 40 plus 40, as we are selecting a mirrored element. So click OK, and now we need to go to the drawing. We need to create the rib, so that we need to, for creating a rib, we need a spine of that shape, radius 100, and the length will be 81.5 from the center. So let's see how we can do it. But that also should be tangent to the semicircle or the base feature you created earlier. So I think we need a reference by shield out edges to extract the outer surface. So let's see. Selecting the center plane, go to the sketcher, and now select the shield out edges. So intersection, no intersection won't work. So as we want the outer profile, we need to here it's wrong selection. We need that project 3D element and make that uh, line as a construction. So now normal view, and now can go to this. Uh, let's try with this. No, 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 it's not arc. Think from that endpoint we need a radius of 100, and that should be tangent to the base feature. So what we need to do is thinking. Oh, okay, let's try with this profile option. So creating line, and then the tangent. Hope it works. Maybe or may not be. And it should be tangential. So applying the constraint here. Oh shit. Applied the tangency, but it just reversed its direction. So I think I followed the wrong. I made a wrong start. So I think I will create the circle first and later the straight line. Delete it. And again using the same arc option and keeping the center of the arc at some point and selecting the endpoint and keep there roughly. Anyway, we'll be applying constraint, so we'll keep there roughly. And now give the straight line and apply the constraints. The straight line should be parallel to the bottom face. So parallelism constraint is applied. Now the radius should be 100 mm. Okay, and the length should be from the center to the end point. It should be around. I need to check the drawing. Will be 81.5 from center to the end of that section AA. It will be 81.5. So delete this dimension and creating the from end to the center 81.5. Okay, fully constraint. Now exiting the sketcher workbench, and I will creating a plane on at that end point and the line. Okay, showing error. So I need to give the reference parallel to the plane. Should be parallel to the plane and at that point. Okay, we got the plane. Now I need to go to, so the section AA sizes are 57.5 and 42. Yeah, the inside thickness should be 2.5. Overall inside thickness will be 2.5, and the sizes of that section area is 57.5 and 42. Okay, let's create that rectangle here. And do the constraining. These two should be symmetrical to the center axis. Select it, and they should be coincide in the midpoint. Exit the sketcher. Now we'll be using the rip option, so that it will be following that spine path. The rectangular profile will follow the spine path. Select the profile and the spine as the center curve. Keep it in the profile control as a keep angle. See the preview. Okay, we got, and looks cool. So the next thing we need to do is we need to create a multi-section which is at an offset distance of 57. So first you need to create the plane at an offset distance 57, and then on that plane you need to create this rectangle 72.5 and 52.5. So firstly we'll create a plane offset. Let's go offset, and on that plane, after invoking the sketcher, I will be hiding the previous plane to avoid confusion. So on this plane, which is at a 57 mm offset, so I will be creating the rectangular profile again. Okay, yeah, applied the values. Now we need to see that it is on the same straight line. Should be on the same straight line. So the distance between these two should be coincidence. And now exit the sketcher workbench, and let's go with multi-section solid and selecting the solid face, it automatically select all the total face and all the vertices, and the closing point will also be selected. So the closing point direction should be seen. Let's see the preview. Okay, the direction is in clockwise direction. So in both the sections it is in clockwise direction. So suppose you change the direction for one section, another section if you change the direction, let's see what happens. You can see the twist and this twisted body shapes which are of no use. So the direction should be taken seriously and the closing point vertex also. So now we completed the multi-section. Now we'll go for, I think we need to apply the radiuses. Yeah, 4 by R15, 4 sides. We need to apply the radius as 15 mm on all the 4 sides. That is what by 4 by R15. So let's apply. Go to the fillets. I'll select the edges by selection method using the tangency. So enter the value as 15. See the preview. Yeah, we got it. Cancel it. And in the multi-section, the surface that was created, it's still there. It need to be hidden. Right click on it and you need to hide it. Now it's clear. So now most of the part has been completed. Now we'll go for the shelling option to create the inside thickness 2.5 mm, which is given in the drawing, the left view, the top side. So let's go. Enter the inside thickness value as 2.5 and face to remove this one and this one. Let's see. OK, and now we got the shelling and inside thickness as 2.5. And now I think we forgot some of the fillet radiuses. Yeah, 3 sides you need to apply R5. Select the fillet and select this edge. Will automatically select all the 3 sides as it is in selection mode is in tangency. So it will automatically select all the 3 sides, all the tangency sides. So applied the radius R5 fillet. We completed this, and the next thing we need to do is we need to do some pocketing. R51 one pocket and R15 another side. Okay, and then later we'll be creating the flange, 4 mm flange, and the holes also. Fixing holes will also be creating. Now select the right side face, go to sketcher, and let create an arc and close the arc. Ready to create a pocket. The profile should be in a closed mode. Give the value T. Okay. Now exit the sketcher and go for the pocketing, and in the type of pocketing give up to the plane and select the face as a plane. So the pocket has been created. Now let's go on the left side or the opposite side. Select that face and go to sketcher, and here in this R15 semicircle we need to create. Close that one and constraint, give the value as 15, radius 15. Okay, and exit the sketcher now. Oh, let's see, this line is extending, we need to trim that one. Now it's okay. Now exit R15. Now exit the sketcher, go for pocket, and up to next we'll select, see the preview. Okay, most of the part is completed. Now the final part is the flanges on the both sides that are remaining. It is 4 mm thickness and from 150 is the total length, so we'll make it as a half. 150 by 2 is 75. So let's see, selecting the right side face, sketcher, and creating the construction on the outer surface. The point itself is not sufficient, I think we need to use this curve also. Now close this project. Oh, create a rectangle. Should be 4 mm, and the end will be 75 from the center. Now it should be in contact with the outer profile so that we'll get a continuation. Select this reference and make it coincide, and now that's it. Oh, it is still open, I need to close that. So use the trim option and select this reference construction line, so automatically you will get closed by creating a line. Exit the sketcher and let's go for padding and select up to a plane. Select the face, CPU. Okay, now we will do the mirroring option here, so that we no need to create again. The transformation features toolbar, select the mirror and select the, so instead of that we'll, from the specification we will select the pad, so it will be more. Click yes. Now as okay. Center axis plane is selected, YZ plane, and click OK. So flanges have been mirrored and successfully created. Now the only thing that is still pending is the holes. So let's see. Total 8 holes are there, and each one is dia 4, and it is a through hole. You can see in the side view, and from one end it is 8 mm along x, and along y it is 10 mm, and from center to center it is 135. Okay, here it is, and the whole pitches is 20 mm along y. Okay, let's do it. Go to hole and selecting the two extreme edges and selecting the face, and so that we will get the references from the extreme edges which you have selected earlier. So dia will be 4 mm and should be up to last, and the type of hole is simple hole and no threading, and normal to the surface. Direction will be normal to the surface. See the preview. So before showing the preview, let's give the reference values from extreme edges. Should be 8 and 10, 10, 8 in the x-axis along the length, and this should be 10 mm. Okay, okay. Now we'll use a rectangular pattern for the hole and select the objective pattern as a whole and keep the specifications to all the holes same as the main hole. And 4 instances, and spacing should be 20, left as it is, and reference direction, selecting this H along Y. You can see the preview clearly, and along the second direction the instances should be 2, and the spacing is 135. So give the value 135, instances as 2, and should be give the reference direction first, reference as H, and reverse the direction, and let's see the preview. Okay, so finally successfully completed everything. Let's hide these planes. This looks awesome, right? It won't take much time. In this we used different features like multi-sections, rib feature, hole feature, pocketing feature, and given the fillet feature, and lastly the shelling. We used all the different types of features that we have learned till now in our different classes up to the class 9. So these are the different views. Let's keep it in isometric view. So we created a different views using the multi views. So this is about the upper housing. So in the next class we'll be seeing the helical gear in our tutorial 2. We'll see that in the next class. So keep practicing. I hope you understand well. If you have any doubts, please comment. I'm happy to answer you. So have a good day, guys. Thank you. Bye bye.